Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena Goblins versus Gnomes. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm negative. I actually have had a lot of fun playing with this deck, but this deck is just unbelievably terrible. So the fact that I made it to 5 wins is pretty remarkable. I might have actually been able to win my last game with better play. I ended up going down to fatigue against a priest. I had to play 2 priests in this run, which is kind of annoying because priest is mage's worst matchup, and then I think I played 1 or 2 mages. So I haven't been getting good matchups, but been getting lucky enough to win some games. So verdict on the Clockwork Giant, it's terrible. Verdict on, what else was in here that I was trying out? I can't remember. Well, we'll see. But Clockwork Giant's terrible. Even with the Cold Light Oracle to make it better, it's still terrible. Those are just 2 bad cards is what they are. Okay, we're up against a Warlock here, which is good. Yeah, I think the thing is this deck just has very, very, very little burn, and not having any burn is hard. Back in the olden days when Blood Imp was overpowered as opposed to terrible, Cone of Cold is something you'd want to keep in your hand as a mage so you can kill Blood Imps. However, now that that's not an issue anymore, I'm going to mulligan that 4-mana spell. Alright, we have a 2-3-4 curve. The only thing that would make it better is something to play on turn 1. Do I even have anything in this deck to play on turn 1? Can't remember. Yeah, I should really look at my decks before I start playing, shouldn't I? Whatever. Off we go to the races. We have Boulder Ogre. So basically, with this sort of a hand, if you can just stay even with the opponent, you have a decent chance of coming out ahead in the end game. Can he pass on turn 1? Having a Crazed Alchemist for your only turn 2 play is a bit scary because there are times when you wouldn't want to use it. Notably, if the opponent plays a 3-2, you don't want to play this because it turns the 3-2 into a 2-3 and then it kills your Crazed Alchemist. Of course, the reverse is true. If he plays a 2-3, the Crazed Alchemist is fine. It'll trade with a 2-3 after switch-topping its stats. Okay, so I'm going to just play this. I think that's definitely the right move. You got to get a creature on the board. That ability can sometimes be really amazing, especially for a mage who can ping afterwards, but you gotta get creatures on the board here. Alright, so I can kill anything up to 3 health. Will I get to do that? And the answer is, kind of. So the problem is I get to kill this golem, but then, I have to lose my cleric to the damaged golem that comes out, which is, you know, better than nothing, but still not that great. So now he can kill off my cleric. He has Mortal Coil for the Crazed Alchemist, so he's going to go up a card. Yeah, he does that. Does he have the Mortal Coil? The answer is... Oh, please life tap. Okay, so he life taps, going up a card. That's great. Because he doesn't put more board presence on, and I actually get to stick with this guy and kill him, or hit him a little bit. Okay, this is actually good now. He doesn't have Mortal Coil. He would have clearly played it last time if he had it. Cold Light Oracle, man, this guy's not careful. He's going to start burning cards out to the Cold Light Oracle. I would want to play my Ogre next turn. I really wish this were like a Spectral Knight so I could play it next turn, but I still have things to do next turn. I can play the Geomancer and ping. I can Cold Light Oracle and Geomancer. There's stuff for me to do here. Piloted Shredder. Alright. Definitely not a big deal. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm probably going to draw cards, run in, and then see if I can ping it. Or kill it with this guy. So what do you want to see? What do you want to do here? Do you want to see the minion or do you want to see the cards? I think I want to see the cards first. So let's do the cards. All right, Corsair. God, this thing just rankles me every time. Let's see if I'm lucky and he gets a 1 toughness minion. No, he gets a Lightwell. That's hilarious. So Crazed Alchemist would have killed that off. I don't see much point in hitting him here. If I hit him, this thing's just going to heal him up. This way, at least, there's a chance that it will heal itself. I'm actually going to ping it, so that if it heals him, then I can ping this to death next turn. I don't really want to leave this sitting around in case he has a buff of some sort. So I would like to just kill it, if I can. However, I kind of want to play Boulder Ogre. Yeah, I'm going to play Boulder Ogre, because the only answer he'd have to that is the Siphon Soul, which I'm willing to risk that being a rare. But he's really done nothing at all this game except for play that Shredder. He life taps again. Wow. Pyromancer, he's going to play a spell now? Nope. Okay. Well, I got to think here, because the Cold Light Oracle had actually put him up to 10. He ended up burning a card at the start of his turn. The question is, do I really need to go for that mill strategy? I don't. So what I'll do here is I'll ping this and kill the Pyromancer. I'm going to play the Elemental now, because it's an amazingly good card. If I hadn't drawn this, though, I would have just played the Ogre and let one of his creatures live, probably the Lightwell. He might not be playing spells because he's afraid of this guy. It is a permanent boost that he gets, but He should really do something. He hasn't done anything at all this game. I don't know what cards he's holding that he hasn't done anything. Maybe he's been holding on to Soul Fires and he couldn't use it because this thing is 5 health. Anyway, I've got 8 cards to his 9, so he's not even really ahead on cards, even with the life taps. Fell Cannon, okay. So that will possibly kill my guy. So there's a 1 in 3 chance of it killing my guy. Let's see if he gets lucky. He doesn't, which is good. Now I got a couple of options here. I could use this recently drawn Stormwind Knight to kill that off. Then I'm not playing my Ogre. If I don't play the Ogre though, yeah, let's just go ahead and kill this thing. So we'll do this, this. Actually, this thing is going to die no matter what, so it makes more sense to trade it like this, so that my Stormwind Knight takes 1 less damage. I'll play the Bloodsail Corsair, because of course he's not going to have any weapons. He's a Warlock. Okay, this is looking okay. So he's got 8 cards to my 7, sorry, to my 8, soon to be 9. I've got Polymorph to answer anything. I've got Ogre. I've got Card Draw. I really have everything I could ask for. The only thing I really haven't done at all is damage him. So I've been, you know, killing all of his things. I haven't been damaging him very much. We'll see if he has anything that allows me to get some damage through now. Hellfire. Alright, that will clear out the board. So he goes up a card with that. Because, well, he goes up 2 cards. He's now got 7 to my 5. Because he just killed the 3 of my cards with 1 of his. Wolf Rider, again, a pretty good top deck. Actually, I should really do this first. Should have done that first. Let's see if I have to suffer for it. Nope, I was still going to play Wolf Rider. Okay, so we'll kill that off. With an Acolyte of Pain out, the Mage's hero ability becomes kind of like a life tap. That doesn't deal damage. Stampeding Kodo. Oh my god, that's the second time in this arena run that Stampeding Kodo has done that. Oh, and he does that? Oh, that's lame. Alright, I could try to go for some kind of a weird burn strategy with pinging his Acolyte and then making him Cold Oracle. That's not going to cause him to burn any cards, though, and he's really far away from fatigue. So we'll just do this. And I'm going to ping the Kodo in preparation for the Flame Strike that I just drew. We'll see if he picks up on that and throws his stuff in to my Ogre to avoid losing it all to Flame Strike. These 2 cards have both been sitting in my hand for a while, so someone who looks at cards carefully would see that I've had cards sitting for a while. Typically when someone has cards sitting in their hand for a long time and they're a mage, there's a good chance one of those cards is Flame Strike. Ouch. Ah, the Kodo, such a good card sometimes, and then so mediocre other times. Definitely seen it both ways. Okay, he's flicking his cards but not playing them as if he's perhaps afraid of Flame Strike. When you think your opponent has Flame Strike, it's difficult because if you don't have any minions with health more than 4, there's really nothing you can do to, like, be Flame Strike proof, as it were. Okay, so there's that, which will eat a Polymorph pretty happily. Okay. Ding. And do I play Fen Creeper or do I ping the sheep? I think what I'm going to do here is play the Fen Creeper. Let him keep his sheep, but I will kill off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hit him in the face. Whatever. Let's get some damage on. He didn't have anything last turn besides hitting me in the face, so I doubt he would have anything this turn. Might as well get the damage on. Stormpike Commando. Okay, does he have a Shadow Bolt here? Ah, no, he's just going to buff that up. Well, the problem with this plan, of course, is that everything now dies to Flame Strike. As he is no doubt aware. He's actually going to throw the sheep away, because he figures I'm going to ping it regardless. He should have really thrown the... I guess he doesn't really matter. The Acolyte draws a card either way, but... Ooh, I can actually silence the Acolyte to not give him a card. That seems good. There's a risk I'll play a taunt later or something. I'll regret this, but I'm dealing a fair bit of damage to him. I can draw more cards with the Cold Dead Oracle. These guys are not that useful, but I've got a Cone of Cold in here, which will be a Blizzard. Basically, just like a Blizzard. Kobold Geomancer plus Cone of Cold is 6 mana for 2 damage across the board as long as the opponent has 3 minions or less. So it's a Blizzard. Life taps, definitely a desperation life tap against a mage at such low health with him having Boulder Fist Ogre. Stormwind Knight's not going to save him, so he can give a Power Overwhelming. Nope. Okay, so this Ogre is just winning me the game. Blood Him, you should really play in the middle against mages so that Cone of Cold doesn't kill it. I don't have Cone of Cold, so it doesn't really matter, but... see if I can find a kill. Nope. And nope. Alright, well, we'll do what we can here. I'll play the Wolf. Hit him in ye old face. play a golem and give some creatures taunt. So I could have pinged him, then I'd be threatening lethal with pinging, but I have so many minions, I figured it was worth it to actually get this extra creature down. Okay, so he's hitting my stuff. Moving up. Getting an Imp Master down, but none of that changes the fact that the Boulder Stoker kills him. He life taps last. Maybe should have life tapped first. You never know. Okay. That's that, huh? I think the Boulder Stoker definitely deserves this kill. Bonk. Wow. Up to 6 wins with this deck. Hi friggin' hilarious. I think the most remarkable thing about this draft is the fact that I saw probably no less than like 5 arcane explosions. I did end up taking one of them, but those had been like fireballs instead. Oh, how different life would have been if those had been frost bolts instead. Even flame cannons. I mean, really any other like mage removal spell apart from like arcane missile would have been phenomenal, but nope. Arcane explosion is what was on the docket. So anyway, up to 6 and 2, really just can't complain at all about this run. I don't think I've even necessarily played that well. So good times. All right, Druid always a tough one. Space Dad win. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. Water elementals are great against Druids, of course, because stops the hero ability from being used. And in fact, I'm tempted to keep it. The main problem with keeping it is the Wolf is not a great turn 2 play. You're really kind of going all in on this water elemental. I think it's a mistake. I think we need to mulligan more to try to get some removal or a better 2-mana creature. Well, we at least replace the elemental with a Wolf Rider, which is possibly removal. I could also do wacky things like play the coin on turn 2 to get the golem out, and then play the Wolf Rider on turn 3. We'll see what needs to happen here. Anodized Robocub. So it has, I think it has taunt no matter what, right? Yeah, it always has taunt. So do I just flame cannon this? I think we're just gonna flame cannon that. That seems like a reasonable use for flame cannon. And then we can Wolf Rider to kill something or play the Golem to be all, you know, sturdy. Well, Harvest Golem is definitely not what you play against a Raging Worgen, so it turns out that my mulligan decision is fine. We will kill that Wolf Rider. And yeah, I'd love to have a Water Elemental here, but playing this guy on turn 4 is great. Does he have a follow-up? Ah, so he has a 3-mana minion on turn 4, which is a little bit below the curve. And I have a choice to make. I could actually kill this with Crazed Alchemist and Ping, or I could play my Trog. I'm actually going to play the Trog, even though that leaves this thing alive. I've got a Flame Strike, so all these imps are going to die eventually anyway. And this is just a bigger body. It's worth it. I don't mind him keeping a 1/4 if it means I get to play a 3/5 as opposed to a 2/2. It's a lot of extra stats. It's 4 extra stats, which is a big deal in this game. Druid of the Claw? Nope, he's going to play Starfall. Okay. Well, I have an interesting possibility now. I could actually coin into a Boulderfist Ogre, which I think I will do because that's just difficult for a Druid to get rid of. Oh, Druids do have that new rare, Recycle, shuffle a minion back into the opponent's deck, but that's actually good for me. I want to see this Ogre again if it is going to get removed. He can deal 3 damage to it, leaving it with 4 health. He then have to like swipe it, which is most of his turn. So yeah, I think playing this Ogre is a good use of the coin. I don't like how weak my hand is. This stuff is all sort of meh. But does he have a Starfire? He's a Starfall. Okay, so it's better than Starfire because at least it doesn't give him a card. So he used basically some imps and Starfall to kill my guy. Okay, I think I am gonna go again for the bigger creature over the Crazed Alchemist kill on the Imp Master, especially now that the Imp Master's, you know, getting down there. He's got 6 cards to my 6, soon to be 7, and I have Flame Strike. Ancient of War. Oh my god, I need Silence pretty badly. Well, there's another option, of course. I have a couple of options. So I could play Flame Strike. This go down to a 5/5. That's not very good. I could Crazed Alchemist. Unfortunately, then I don't have enough mana to Flame Strike, but I can play the Wolf and trade this into the Ancient. I mean, that's really my only option here. There's really nothing else for me to do. So now I can run in with the Wolf's help, so I might as well play the Wolf. Run that in. Play the... Actually, do I play the Golem? There's a value to pinging the Imp Master. It makes it difficult for him to kill the Crazed Alchemist. But I'm going to play the Golem. I think it's worth it to get that down here. Because he could kill the Crazed Alchemist with an Imp and Shapeshift anyway. Same for the Wolf. He's actually going to be killing the Wolf, right? So, yeah, this is fine. Okay. Just going to heal that thing back up. Alright, if he plays, I think, one more minion, I would Flame Strike here. Okay, so he gets to kill the wolf. Is he gonna play one more minion? Oh, he's doing something tricky here. What would he be doing to be dealing the one, or leaving these at 1 health? Maybe just setting up multiple. Oh, he wanted a Wrath to get a card. Okay, so he's not playing another creature, which means that unfortunately, Flame Strike's pretty bad here. God, I should have killed this when I had the chance, I guess. I don't know. It's being a big pain. Alright, well, let's do this and this. Throw that away there. And I'm just gonna play this crap because there's no reason not to. Shoot, I have some card quality problems. Too much cheap crap and nothing big. I needed something big to play there and I didn't have it. So now I'm in a little bit of trouble, for sure. I'm gonna fall behind unless he spreads out against a Flame Strike. I dealt with an Ancient of War very nicely, but I just really needed to get something big down. Power of the Wild to buff everything up. Smart, because if he'd played a Panther, the Panther would have just died to Flame Strike. Seems indecisive about what to kill. Crap, he keeps killing my stuff and not playing his own stuff. Plays a swipe. And then hits me for the face. Alright, Arcane Explosion's not a bad find here. I'll use that. And ping. I'm getting 3 damage here. It's really not worth it. So he's got 3 cards. Maybe he'll play them all and they all die to Flame Strike. That would be great. He's played 2 Starfalls, a swipe, and a Wrath. He's got really good removal. He gets to kill off my Geomancer. Yeah, I just have nothing to play. And Flame Strike might be overkill if he plays like 1 4-mana minion or something. Yeah, I could find myself in some trouble. Okay, that's annoying. And he doesn't play anything else. Alright. Is it worth it to play Snow Chugger? I don't think it is right now because it'll just die to the Silvermoon Guardian. I wanted to play something else. So that Flame Strike at least kills 2 cards. Flame Strike is sparkling even though it shouldn't be. Okay, it still dies to Flame Strike, which is the important thing. Can you play 1 more minion for me, please? Please, sir, can I have 1 more? I have a feeling he knows I have Flame Strike and is just gonna play around it. Yeah, he's waiting for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw cards. Always draw cards first. And I have a choice. I can play the Fen Creeper or I can Flame Strike. I'm gonna go ahead and Flame Strike. Now, with Polymorph, if he drops like an Iron Bark, I can Polymorph it. He's going to have no reason to think I have it because I was down to 1 card. Power of the Wild for a Panther. Okay, that's fine. I don't really mind seeing that. Okay, so here we have an interesting moment. Basically, I can ping this and kill it over the course of 2 turns. Try to go up a card, but that would require taking some more damage. Oh, never mind. We're just killing it right now. Definitely, this is the move. So now, he's in a bit of trouble, because 3/6 is difficult for Druids to get rid of. If he plays an Iron Bark or something, I do have the Polymorph. And I've got these minions. A little bit low on health, but I should be okay unless he has really spectacular cards. Okay, so there's my Polymorph going away. He just top-decked this, so it's possible that this back here is an Iron Bark, and he's fishing for Polymorph with the Ogre. Well, he's going to catch his fish, because this is only 5 damage, and I'd lose both minions, so I have to just risk it. Do I have any other answers for Iron Bark? I don't. So we're going to do this. And I need to get this tiger in here, so I will not ping that sheep because I think the tiger is more important. I'm going to damage this guy. I want to keep the Fen Creeper as high of a health total as possible. If he plays an Iron Bark, it's a victory for him because I will have to lose the tiger and the Stormwind Knight and ping to kill it. He's going to Starfire that to go up a card, which is very frustrating. Is another swipe? Jeez. Wow. Okay. So he's getting me down. Interesting. Cold Light Oracle. This is double-edged for sure. I gotta do it. I can't not do it. I just have to put a minion down. The problem is that he now has a higher chance of drawing removal, but I think we just gotta go for it here. So we're gonna play that. Pinging him doesn't really make any sense. I'm just gonna throw down as much as I can. Snow Chugger is actually potentially a clutch thing here, because if I can start hitting him in the face with this, that'll stop him from shapeshifting me down, which could be a big deal. It stops claws, bites, and shapeshifts from killing me. Okay, that's not a big deal, and it's a little bit of a deal. This is actually annoying because it stops me from freezing his stuff and attacking past it. Okay, he has a claw. Man, this guy has a lot of removal. Lots and lots and lots of removal. Okay. We're definitely Cone of Colding, I think. Yeah. Got a Cone of Cold here. Now the question is just like, what do you buff? I think I'll just go for the obvious quote-unquote play. We're gonna buff that, get the Divine Shield to pop, like so. Hit him in yonder face. And it's tricky, he can't shapeshift and attack. I've got a lot of damage on the table. This is actually lethal damage, so he needs taunt. I've got a lot of damage to kill minions with. He needs an Iron Bark. Jesus! Butternut, that's 2 swipes, 2 Starfall, Starfire, a Claw. Holy macaroni. Alright, he's got 12 health, I got 4, 6, 9, 10 damage. Man, if I can get some more damage, that'd be great, but of course this deck has no damage in it. Alright, well, do I ping the Acolyte to go for a card, or do I ping this? I think I ping the Acolyte for a card. Seems to be my best option. Flame Strike can't be played, but let's go ahead and just whackity-dackity-do. So, right now, his Shapeshift counteracts my ability to ping him to death, but he can only kill 2 of my creatures at the moment. And he's used a lot of removal, so I think the odds are not great that he'll actually have more removal to kill my stuff with. I think I've got a pretty decent chance of just killing him next turn. Okay, kills off my hardest hitting thing. He's dead right now. This is 2, 3, 4 damage. Does he have taunts? Defender of Argus? No, he doesn't. So I just win. Clockwork. Oh, God. Smart move on his part, by the way, just passing the turn, because I might have been tempted to ping my Acolyte for a card, you know, and forget that I have to kill. Oh my buppity bazonkers. We are up to 7 wins with this deck that I was sure was not going to make it past 3. Wow, that's great. Even making some progress on this daily quest, which I did not re-roll today, because I was like, you know, let's just pocket that 40 gold. And a good option now is better than the best option later. Am I right, ladies? Okay. Well, this video has been a pretty good one. It's Christmas Eve here. I think I'll be posting this on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to everyone. And if you don't celebrate Christmas because you're an atheist, or because you're any religion in the world other than Christian, I guess, Happy New Year coming up. New Year's always something that everyone can celebrate. Ah, boy, what a good day. What a good day. We went to World Market, bought a bunch of snacks. I got some chocolate-covered marzipan. My girlfriend got this like a s'more snack packet that has caramel popcorn and chocolate-covered marshmallows that she doesn't like, so I get to eat them. And some really good graham crackers. We got some tasty snacks. I get to win in the arena with a terrible deck. It's just great. I even have a couple of 2-drops to start with. So I kept the Trog. Risky maneuver, I know, but the Berserker is just so good against Paladins. I figure this is likely to give me an edge that would let me slow the game down enough to actually matter that I have a good 4-mana play. And I want to guarantee having that 4-mana play on turn 4. If it weren't a Paladin, I probably would have mulliganed this, because it's just Amani Berserker is so good against Paladins, but against other classes it's just a 2-3. The reason he's so good against Paladins is because he stops them from making recruits. A lot of Paladins won't make a recruit if you coin out a Berserker, because that you can just kill the recruit and get enraged, and then that'll kill their 3-drops. So the really big thing is, because can he play anything on turn 1? He can't. So coin into the Berserker. Don't be tempted by the Mech Warper. I don't have any mechs here. The only way I would ever play this over an Amani Berserker on turn 1 with the coin against a Paladin is if I had a mech in hand. Like that Yeti thing. That's the only situation. I think he's going to pass the turn here, actually. Looks like he's hovering over this, but doesn't want to do it. I wonder if I should make a recruit. I think it's actually the correct thing to pass. I mean, turning a 2-3 into a 5-2 is not great, honestly, unless you're planning to consecrate later. It's pretty much the only thing that would make that a worthwhile play. I think he's just thinking a lot about whether or not to make a recruit. Oh, Oh, he's got a creature. Okay. It's a shielded mini-bot. Well, I think this is the right play because, yeah, I can ping the Divine Shield off, kill it, and enrage, but this guy will die to a recruit now, and it stops me from playing something else. If he had just passed the turn, I would have just played the Mech Warper, and I would have been more ahead than I am now. Having a pair of 2/3s is better than having a 5/1, generally speaking. So I think he made the right play. I think his agonizing was worth it. Interesting choice. I think this is actually a questionable play. So playing a recruit kills this just as well as the Tauren Warrior does, but it obviously doesn't cost a card. The recruit can be pinged by my hero ability, but the thing you have to remember is that if I'm pinging that, I'm not playing anything else. So I don't know. I guess he gets this out of the way, and then I play Mech Warper. So now I have a 2/3 instead of a 5/1, so he can play like a Yeti now, I suppose. And maybe if he does that, then that would have been justified. But if he's just going to play this, I don't think that was worth it. I think he should have just made a recruit. Okay, well, anyway, let's play the Rockjaw. Can't kill that Gnomish Inventor, so there's no point hitting it. I don't like hitting minions if I'm not going to kill them. True Silver Champion would be pretty good. I have an awkward situation next turn. If he kills one of my minions, I can play Fen Creeper, but then I can't kill off the Gnomish Inventor. If I kill the Gnomish Inventor by attacking and pinging it, I guess maybe that would have been a reason to actually attack into this thing, wasn't it, huh? Because then this thing would be threatened with death by the Mech Warper. Maybe that was an exception to the rule of don't damage minions if you're not going to kill them. Because that would have really set me up with a good threat. Okay, Bomb Lobber's a very good play here. Because my guys can't kill that thing. Arcane Explosion would let me actually kill off his team. Unfortunately, I cannot play the Geomancer. Geomancer plus Arcane plus Ping would have killed everything, but I'm a mana shy of that at the moment. Fen Creeper holds up against his stuff. You know what? I'm going to do this. I think this is one of those times you just got to risk it. Because if I were to, like, run in and ping, I've got nothing good to do after that. Play Arcane Explosion to kill the Gnomish Inventor. It's 2 cards for 2 cards, and I'm not really getting ahead. This gives me a chance to get ahead. So he needs a good minion here. Now I can do Geomancer Explosion, which would be 2 damage across the board, plus I could ping for a 3rd to kill off this, and then I can actually deal up to 4 damage with that. It's not that great. If he plays a good 6-drop here, I'm actually not going to be in good shape. He's got, yeah, he's got a good one. So he's going to pop the Divine Shield, and then I guess throw the Bomb Lobber away. Okay. Well, the choice here is, do I play the Boulderfist Ogre, and then just trade these so I have a 6/7, or do I play the Geomancer and Arcane Explosion to kill it that way, and then I have a smaller board, but I got to keep this thing around. Well, why don't we get the Ogre out? I think it's worth it, even though it means I never get to play a cheap Snow Chugger. I think this is worth it because Paladins have a really hard time killing this. His best answer is, of course, a Humility, in the form of a Humility spell, or the Elder Peacekeeper. But I do have an Owl in here, which could silence up the Ogre. In any case, if he humilities this, I can kill his recruits a lot. I have 3 mass removal spells, which is annoying, because he's probably not going to give me enough to do with them. But the Arcane Explosion, if you can power it up with the Geomancer, is like a 2 mana, 2 damage spell, which is fine. And if it happens to kill off or damage another thing, that's, you know, gravy. He's got 6 cards to my 6. Man, Boulderfist Ogres. Yeah, I'm glad to be playing with these guys again. Tiger. Oh man, if I actually had a Geomancer out, I could have played Flame Strike. I would have killed the Tiger, which I would have totally done. Oh man, Ogre Magi, huh? Well, not jazzed about playing the Magi and just having it die to the Tiger. Might as well have the Geomancer die to the Tiger if that's what's gonna happen. So we'll do this. Ping, and now I do wish I could play a Snow Chugger for 1 mana, but this will do. This is fine. So we'll boink, hit him in the head. That's a lot of damage. He really wants to buff this Tiger and kill my Ogre if possible. I think if he kills the Geomancer with the Tiger, that's a huge victory for me, because then I can just ping the Tiger to death. Or if he plays a bunch of other minions, I've got Flame Strike. Honestly, I'm feeling alright here with 2 Flame Strikes. The main issue with this hand right now is just if he gets rid of this Ogre in some fashion, say by buffing the Tiger with a Dark Iron Dwarf or Abusive Sergeant or Blessed Kings, and kills the Ogre, then I'm sort of like a little bit behind. Because I don't have any really good board presence other than this 4/4. I would like to get the Snow Chugger down and start hitting him in the face with it. I think Druids are probably the worst class to have Well, I don't know. Druids, rogues, and warriors are all really bad to get frozen. Warriors are probably the least bad because if a warrior doesn't have any of his weapons, it doesn't care about being frozen. Rogues are bad because it stops their hero ability. And then the druids, it stops their hero ability as well. But I think druids have like a lot of spells, like bite and claw, that get turned off. He does have an abusive sergeant. I don't know what he thought about for so long there. That's just like a slam dunk of a play. And he has True Silver Champion. Well, this just went all the way bad because now he can kill everything I play with that True Silver Champion, or anything I should say. Didn't give him anything to do with Flame Strike. Got rid of my one big minion. This just sucks now, and I don't really want to use Flame Strike against this situation. Ugh. Polymorph's not really worth it. Balls. Balls, balls, balls. Alright, well, we'll play Snow Chugger, we'll do this, and I will play the Ogre Magi just to... I mean, it'll die to his weapon, but then I at least get to keep the Snow Chugger and prevent future True Silvers from activating. Oh my god, that was terrible. Abusive Sergeant can be a very good card. I have to grudgingly admit. He's probably actually going to trade the Micro Machine for the Snow Chugger, unless he, of course, gives it Divine Shield. Oh, God. Can you play some more minions? Oh, he gives it Divine Shield. Not exactly what I had in mind, buddy. A secret. Oh, okay. Alright, so he's out of cards. Well, that's the good thing. His board is going to die, and he's out of cards. I just have nothing else to play, unfortunately. Can I get something to play? I actually can. Alright, well, let's play Flame Strike. This will block if it's Avenge. It'll stop it from activating. Alright, so it's not Redemption. Oh, he concedes. That was a bit of a mistake. All I had was a 2-2. I could polymorph any big thing he'd played and I'd one more Flame Strike, but I mean... If he played like a... If he top decked and played, I don't know, a Spectral Knight, obviously I don't know what he had. And I can't polymorph it and Flame Strike doesn't kill it, he could have gotten back in that game. That was a premature concession, in my opinion. He didn't know what cards I had. So, that was kind of interesting. Flame Strike, concede. Good old mages, even terrible mage decks, I guess, will win some games if they have Flame Strike in them. Wow, 8 wins. That's amazing. Shaman. Shin up. The Shaman. Oh boy, this hand. Well, much as it sucks, you have to keep the 2-drop, just in case, but I'm not going to play the Golden Oracle on turn 3 if I can avoid it, so we'll mulligan that back. You know what I've been really happy about, and I'm sure this is going to jinx it? I haven't seen the Clockwork Giant at all in this video, except for like that one time when I was about to win anyway, and I just drew it. Really glad about that. I've only seen the Bloodsail Corsair in one of the games, really glad about that. There's just a lot of cards in this deck I don't ever want to see under any circumstances. Flame Cannon, not the greatest against Shamans, because of course every totem they put out reduces the value of the Flame Cannon. If he manages to get ahead on the board and have totems out, I'd pretty much have to be able to Flame Strike everything away before Flame Cannon became usable. Please be something that Flame Cannon will kill and not remove from my Geomancer. And it is! Perfect. So even without spell damage, Flame Cannon was going to kill that. And I will definitely do that, because this thing can just get totally out of control. Alright, next turn we've got the Snow Chugger and the Wolf. And then after that I can play Tiger. So he uses his coin. I got to use Flame Cannon against a really good minion. I think this is a good start. If he plays a totem here, I'll definitely be ahead.
One shot.
Elven Archer. Oh, jeez, what does he have? Frost Shock? No, just a Loot Hoarder. Interesting choice. Huh. Interesting, 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 interesting. Well, let's think. I think he's just trying to use the Elven Archer to trade with the Geomancer. I can't protect the Geomancer. So, do I take the time to ping that Loot Hoarder? I think I do. I think we'll do that. Oh man, if I don't kill this Elven Archer, bad things can happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill it. And play Snow Chugger. I hope I can play the Tiger next turn, but it's unlikely. He's had a pretty slow start, so I'm hoping, or I'm not hoping, but I suspect, I fear, he's going to have something good here. And he does. So do you polymorph this when polymorph is your only answer in the whole deck to big things? I don't think you do. I'll play the Tiger, hit him in the face. Now, playing the Elemental would have been an option for sure, because that has more health, and it'll finish off the Yeti just as well as the Tiger will. Definitely was an option, but I figured I just use it more of my mana. Cobra is a good answer to Water Elemental. This would have actually let him kill my Water Elemental with the Yeti. Oh my god, is he gonna hit me in the face? Ooh, big mistake. Well, that gives me a chance to get back in this game, actually. Crazed Alchemist. Pretty good against Flame Tongue Totem. Pretty good. Snow Chugger. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's just do... Wait a minute, hold on. If I Snow Chug and ping... I can't play Elemental anyway. So yeah, we need to actually play this thing. Might as well. So do this. That... And I gotta think here carefully, because if I can kill the Yeti, but then he can Lightning Storm to get back in it, I could ping the Yeti and just hit him in the face for 6 damage. Lets me kill it, but then lets him kill my other minions if he doesn't have a Lightning Storm. So we'll kill that off. Ping his face. If he has a Lightning Storm, he'll have 4 cards left to my 4. It's not great. I hope he doesn't have it, but at least I'm not going to be super far behind, and he will be overloaded for 2 next turn, and he won't be playing a Fire Elemental this turn. If he plays a Fire Elemental, it kind of sucks, because I can only deal 3-4 damage to it. I'd have to Polymorph it, which is not what I want to use my Polymorphs on. But he has it. You know why he has it? Let me tell you why. It's because they always have it. That's why. Alright, can I get 1 more damage? Like a Shattered Sun Cleric would be perfect here. Please, no. I'm actually going to do this thing because I really want to get a Shattered Sun Cleric. Or something else that'll let me kill this thing off. Oh, Shattered Sun Cleric wouldn't work. Oh my god, because I don't have enough mana left over to ping. Oh, that was a mistake. If I'd had this in my opening hand, I could have actually played it. But as it is, I can't. Alright, so we're going to Polymorph this thing. I put this on the wrong side of the wolf. Naturally, we'll kill it. And we're going to hit it with the face. Ouch. That was sad that he had a Fire Elemental, but I hope he doesn't have like 4 in a row like the last guy, Shaman that I played. Forked Lightning will kill 2 of my minions. That is annoying also. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. So again, I can't kill this because I'm a damage shy. Motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, we'll play... I don't even know what's the right move here. Alright, we'll play this. This. Hit him in the face. God damn it. Fire Elemental and Forked Lightning. He can actually play a 3rd Fire Elemental here if he wants to. Hoping that doesn't happen. Hoping I get a Flame Strike so that I can kill this off and whatever he plays. If I don't get Flame Strike, though, I'm going to start to fall pretty far behind. Man, fucking Fire Elemental, honestly. Honestly. Oh god, oh, it's that thing. Okay. So the question is he going to just kill both of my minions, or is he going to get greedy and hit me in the face? He's going to go for the face, and use the Stormforged Axe to kill my Wolf Rider. Alright, I have to get Flame Strike right now. Not happening. Alright, well, we're going to do the second best move, which is awful, which is I kill the Fire Elemental this way. And, sure, let's play the Water Elemental. So it survives against the Axe and the Wind Speaker. I can start to freeze him. He's getting a little low on health, but of course I don't have any burn in this deck. So I've already used Wolf Rider and the Stormwind Knight. No fireballs, so that's that. Does he have a Hex? If he does, he probably wins. Those Fire Elementals and the Forked Lightning gave him too much card advantage. Anyway, I really can't complain. I'm 8 wins here. 8 wins. Already used my Polymorph on a Fire Elemental, so this is bad. Can't kill it. I'm a damage, well, 2 damage shy, as always seems to be the case. He's actually going to start to threaten me pretty severely here. No, we'll do the best that we can. Played a bunch of crap. Still hoping for that Flame Strike to get me back in it. You can use the Wind Speaker to kill the Elemental to stop himself from getting frozen, and then if he plays a bunch of stuff and I Flame Strike, I can still get check up, which of course requires me to beat 215 odds of getting Flame Strike. Alright, you gotta play to your outs. That's the only way that I can win, so that's what I'm gonna go for. But if this is a loss, we'll start the next run. We'll have just enough time to do that in this video. So, can you play some minions, and can I top deck Flame Strike? That's the only way that this is going to end happily. Alright, he's going to draw a card, so that doesn't really get me ahead, Flame Strike-wise. And he plays a Frostwolf Warlord, which Flame Strike does not kill. He'll hit me in the face. Alright, it's got to be Flame Strike to even give me a chance. This thing hits really, really hard. Like, really hard. To the point of 3 more damage will kill me. Flame Strike! Oh, it's not Flame Strike. Okay, well, this is over. Okay, so that was good while it lasted. 8 wins is way more than this deck ever deserved. That game was annoying and dumb, but yeah, that was going to happen eventually anyway, so glad that it happened when I was at 8 wins and not when I was back at 5 and 2. Cool. So, thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe, but don't quit just yet. We're going to start the next run in just a momento. First, let's see our 8-win reward. I've actually never seen this card. I had no idea this card existed. Enrage plus 1 attack. That seems bad. I don't know. It seems kind of like almost as good as a Void Caller, but the lack of a taunt really makes that bad. I think if it had taunt, that would be... Well, it would be strictly better than a Void Walker if it had taunt, so that was clearly not going to happen. Ooh, a rare Ogre Ninja. Okay. So, in my second pass through the classes, I've played Rogue and Mage so far. I have no daily quests. I don't care who I get. So, Druid or Paladin? I'm feeling Paladin. Let's just take it. Ah ha ha! I can finally play Illuminator when I might actually have secrets, but the problem is I hate Paladin secrets. Battlecry, draw a card. If it's a minion, transform it into a chicken. So this is definitely bad, isn't it? Right? Because okay, so if it's a spell or a weapon, you get a 3/2 draw a card for 3, which is great. But if you're transferring a card, so it's like you're losing a card in your deck, and you're getting a chicken, you're still card advantage. All right, we'll take it. That's funny, so let's just freaking do it. All right, Leopard Gnome, good aggro. Scarlet Crusader is just a great 3-drop. I don't like spiking my 3s. How much do I value getting a good 1-mana card? I'm actually going to try it here. It's nice to have some extra burn in your deck. Okay, here the clear move is Old Ogre. War Golem is not as good. Southsea Deckhand can give some reach to the deck if I get a weapon. If not, it's just a 2-1 for 1. So I'm going to get a Haunted Creeper. It's just a solid 2-drop. Antique Healbot wins games. Harvest Golem, very good 3-mana drop. But I'm going to just take this because that wins freaking games. Consecration, obviously. Hammer of Wrath, obviously. These are mediocre. We'll take the Squire. So I'm getting a decent early game. Oh, God. Well, I don't like Redemption very much at all. So we're going to take Force Tank Max, but I'm not that jazzed about it. This guy's great. So we got 2 6s and an 8. I've got to be a little bit careful here about my curve. Salty Dog, not my favorite 5-drop, especially when I already have 5, 6, 6, 8. So we're going to take this, just because it's cheaper. Juice for Champion. Noyatron is very good, but have to pass it up. Light's Justice. Solid card, but you know what? It's no Burly Rockjaw Trog, let me tell you that. Another one of these guys. We're going to spike 4 mana like a true Paladin, though. Violet Teacher's fantastic. That's obvious. Alright, so the Zombie Chow is stronger, but... stat-wise, but I'm going to take this because it hits equally hard, and I hate drawing this late game, whereas if you draw this late game, it's like you play it, and if the opponent doesn't have mass removal, that's like 2 damage. Ouch! Oh, wow, tough one. Sen'jin is terrific, and I could use more taunt. Silence is good to have nowadays, but honestly, I have no taunt. I'm going to take this, even though it means passing on a silence. It's got to happen. Alright, Geomancer's great with Consecration, but I'll take the Shadowstone Cleric for some buffing. The Tiger is really good, and it fits my curve better, but the Yeti hits almost as hard. It gives spare parts, which is nice. I'm going to take the Yeti. I think it's fine. Alright, I have no secrets. The Illuminator's kind of a bust, but honestly, I'm just going to take him anyway, because the Blade Master, I didn't take the Farseer, so I have no synergy with this. It's restore 8 health to your hero, yeah. This guy, I might take a secret later, so who knows. Okay, don't want this. It's too expensive. Don't want the Mad Bomber ever, so we'll take the Light's Justice. Mech Warper's actually really good. I do have the Yeti here, which can work with that. Now, Seal of Light is a removal spell, so I can't just dismiss it. I actually think I need to take Seal of Light here, because this is early removal. It's 2 damage for 2 mana, which Paladins don't really have very much of. So I think I gotta grab it there. Now I need to just take some more early plays, so the Raptor is the move there. Archer Protector is easy. Shielded Minibot is terrific. Another Consecration. Yeah. I've never been sad to take a second Consecration. Now, here's an interesting one. Abusive Sergeant or the Panther. We'll grab the Sergeant over the Panther for some buffing action. Holy Light's bad. That's bad. I guess this is bad. I don't have any pirates, but it's a minion, so that's fine. Alright, here's an interesting moment. I could take this Stranglethorn Tiger for some more endgame burn. I currently have just 4 cards at 5 and up. Shielded Minibot is a tremendous 2-drop, but I've got a bunch of 2s. So we're going to actually take the Tiger here for some more endgame potential. Taunt. Gain +1/+1 for each enemy. Yeah, Master's great, but this looks fun. It's got Taunt. It's a 2/3 with Taunt, which is not great for 3 mana, but if the enemy has even 1 Death Rattle, it becomes a 3/4, which is just terrific. So we'll take that. I think it has a really good upside, and the downside's not too bad. So it's like a Tauren Warrior without the Enrage, if you don't trigger its Battle Cry. But the upside is way better than the Tauren Warrior's upside most of the time. So, okay. What do I think of this deck? Well, good 4-drops wins games, and this deck had a ton of good 4-drops. No True Silvers, but I have plenty of endgame. I have a lot of early game. I think this is just a good deck. So now, the last deck I played, my Mage deck, I said was terrible, and then it made it to 8 wins. So we'll see what happens now with this deck that I think is good. I predict 2 wins. That's probably what's going to happen. Oh, I shouldn't have started playing. We're at 45 minutes. Well, this video is just going to be long. I should have just stopped. It would have been the perfect amount of time. Northshire Cleric was the one thing this hand really just couldn't handle. Definitely don't want to throw it in front of a Leper Gnome. I guess what we're going to do is coin into a shielded mini-bot. So, my thinking here is, yeah, he can ping off the Divine Shield and heal to draw a card, but I'd rather he draw a card than play more minions. Then I play the Spider, which gives him another card opportunity, but again, he's still not playing minions, and both of these guys are going to end up living, so I think that's actually worth it. Is he going to do it? It's not a bad plan to get rid of the Divine Shield and all, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'd rather this than a minion, and he did think for a little bit before doing this, which suggests he probably did have a 2-mana minion there that he was wondering about. Oh, wait, I do have a True Silver Champion. Wow, I just Stone Cold forgot. Okay, we're going to hit him in the face. The reason for that is if I hit him here, he'd actually be able to heal it, draw a card, and finish this off. And be left at 1 health. Then, of course, it would die to the spiders, but I don't want to make it that easy for him. Belen's Chosen. Really a good card. Cannot play True Silver Champion yet. This doesn't do anything, so we'll just play that, but it doesn't do me very much good at the moment. God, Belen's Chosen's so ridiculous. So I read a little bit about Arena, and basically everybody knows that Belen's Chosen is amazing. When I played as a priest, I was like, wow, this buff card is really good. I'm kind of amazed. Everyone else apparently was just like, oh, duh. So anyway, he gets to hit that and heal it for a card. Luckily I can kill it with True Silver Champion, but I am now officially like really far behind here. Seal of Light doesn't do any good, so we're going to play the True Silver Champion. No Death Rattles just yet on my minions. Or on his minions, that is, for my little Exorcist. I'd play it later on. Turn 5 is awkward. I want to play this guy. Can't. Got nothing else to do except play this, so I might just end up having to play it. Seal of Light, unfortunately, does not work well with True Silver Champion. It's good if you're killing a 6-mana minion, or a 6-health minion, but if you want to kill 2 separate things, it doesn't work so well. Leper Gnome could have been Scarlet Crusader. Would have been better. Alright, he's probably going to finish this off. Oh no, he's just going to heal it up. Okay, sure. I'm down with that. And a Mech Warper. Okay, cool. So, can't kill them both, unfortunately. None of them has Death Rattle, unfortunately. I got this, which doesn't really work very well. So we'll kill off the Mech Warper, as that is the more dangerous card. I'm going to play this, because it's better to do that than to do nothing. And we're going to make a Recruit sort of quote-unquote go up a card. Have to remember this thing gains +1 attack, so Seal of Light would activate it. Just got to be a little bit careful about that. Archer Commander is going to be a good drop next turn. It does die to Holy Smite and Holy Nova, but it doesn't die to Shadow Words, and it can probably kill something. So let's see what he's got. Mad Bomber. Well, it's got 2 targets, and it hits 1 of them, which was the best one for him to hit. And then the fact that it hit this is bad, too, because it let him kill it off. God, that sucks. Jesus. Annoying. Okay. Let's just keep it simple here. We'll pop the spiders there, do that there. So Holy Nova clears my board now. He's got 6 cards, 7 cards to my 7. But a Holy Nova would leave him with 6 cards to my 5, and I have junk. Does he have a Holy Nova? That's the question. He does. Oh, he might still. He only spent 2 mana there. Frostwolf Warlord is not Holy Nova, so that's fantastic. Okay, well, let's play the Violet Teacher and Seal of Light. drop a Light's Justice here. So I can hit it for 3. Is it worth it? So 3 and 2 spiders, but then this loses to that. So that makes no sense. I might as well do it this way. Throw the Frostwolf Warlord that way, and then I get to keep one of my spiders, which makes sense. No reason to throw the spiders away. Alright, he has no Holy Nova, he's got 6 cards, and apparently nothing good, because he would have done something way better if he could have. I have no pirates, this is just a 2/3. It's a pretty good drop, although the little guy gets killed by Light's Justice. This is honestly not my favorite 4-drop. If he doesn't actually put up enough that makes me lose all my minions, and I can start letting recruits stick on the table, these 1/1s, given that he has no Holy Nova, are going to become a serious problem for him. Tiger is a very good draw. Okay, it doesn't matter which of these I hit with my weapon, and which I hit with my little dude, so we'll just do that, that, this. There we go. Should I play Leopard Gnome? He clearly doesn't have a Holy Nova, so I'm just going to play this, because I don't see the value of holding it in my hand, and I'm pretty certain that there's no Holy Nova in his. He's got no good targets for mind control. I've got a decent amount of damage output. I'm starting to put recruits out. He can't kill my recruits with his hero ability. So it's good. As a paladin, the classes you least want to play are Rogue, Druid, and Mage, because they can kill your recruits. Against everyone else, I think Paladin has a pretty nice advantage in being able to get these recruits to stick on the table. Alright, he steals my Leper Gnome, which is card advantage for him, but I really just kill that off right away, and then I can kill his Leper Gnome right away without having to spend any mana, so I'm okay with it. Cabal Shadow Priest, in my opinion, is still the best card in Arena, but here, I think its potential is limited a lot.
You might feel a little
He actually gets to get a random 6-drop, which my spider might not be able to kill, and he gets the Beast. Well, that could have definitely been worse. I can still kill this thing off and get a 3/3 for my troubles. So, I'm okay with it. Could have been a lot worse. So there's my 3/3. I might as well play everything out and think. I could kill the Leper Gnome. Yeah, let's just go ahead and clear his board as well. Dink, dink, dink. So he's got 5 cards versus my 4. My cards are all small, but he hasn't really played anything good. That Cabal Shadow Priest was the biggest thing he could muster. So I think I'm in good shape. He's got no targets for mind control. This isn't great. Oh, he's gonna give it a health buff? Well, aren't you special? My girlfriend's laughing at me. Here's where I wish I had taken the Spellbreaker over the Sen'jin Shield Master, because the Spellbreaker would actually kill this thing off, and it's pretty much the only thing I have that would kill it off. Definitely gonna play that, and I gotta think. 3, 5. I could deal enough damage to that thing to kill it. Is it worth doing? Or should I just hit him in the face? 3, 5, 6, 7 damage? Yeah, I think I need to kill this thing off. So we'll do it like this. And then like this. And like that. We'll flank it once so that my little guy here stays alive. Now he can hit my 3/3 with the Dark Iron Dwarf and heal it up to stop my 1/1s from finishing it off. He's actually got the lead now. I'd have to get my Force Tank max to be able to come back and win this. And he'd then have to have no Shadow Word Death and no Mind Control, which is a tall order. And he has enough mana to kill it off, because of course he does. So I'm gonna have to lose my 3/1 killing that off. Alright, Voldemort's Dogre is actually a pretty good card. Unfortunately, Priests with Shadow Word Death have a pretty good chance of killing it. Or mind controlling it. If he mind controls it or kills it, then I lose. And he's been holding on to some cards for a long time. He never had a Holy Nova, so he probably has the answer to it. My odds are really, really bad. Nah, he's got it. Okay, so my only hope now is to draw my Force Shield Max thing. It's pretty much the only thing that could actually give me enough advantage to come back. He's got 13 damage here. This is and I can't kill any of his stuff. This is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. Rogjaw Trog is not going to do it. Is it worth it to concede? Oh, I'll stick around. One more turn. Alright, not the most inspiring opening game, especially after saying I thought my deck was good. Going 0-1's a little bit embarrassing. But, you know, he had a good hand. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Everything I have dies. All of his stuff. His face heals. Alright, we're not even going to draw the next card. I think it's time to concede. Good game, buddy. Oh, light shall burn you, ass nugget. It was a mechanical yeti. Alright. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon to prove that this deck is actually good, goddammit. Take care, everybody.